Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Terrorism leader killed. Special forces in the country of Yemen have brought down a high-profile al-Qaeda target as multiple news sources are saying that U.S. Special Forces have killed terrorist leader al-Awlaki. The Associated Press reports a joint special operations group used a drone to call in a jet strike as Awlaki's convoy moved through the mountains. Awlaki, an American with dual citizenship, headed a mosque in San Diego that two 9/11 hijackers attended, and has been coined by Fox News as, quote, the Facebook friend from hell, as he was very proficient at using the internet to recruit for the terrorist organization. He's also credited with inspiring the Fort Hood shooter in 2009 and the Detroit underwear bomber, and is being called the most prominent al-Qaeda figure to be killed since bin Laden. Mexico's fight for life. A Roe v. Wade-style fight in Mexico has taken a turn towards life, but there are more bumps to come in this road, according to Fox News. You may remember the Supreme Court of the country has been debating whether or not to tear down constitutional amendments, giving each of Mexico's 18 states leeway to establish their own law on abortion, leading many of them to protect unborn children by outlawing the practice completely. The court has determined the law in Baja California, protecting life from conception, can remain, as they put the next state on their list under the microscope for a vote. Mexico signed the Declaration of the San Jose Pact in 1981, which commits lawmakers to protect life, but the recent decriminalization of abortion in Mexico City has Catholics up in arms to ensure the unborn stay protected throughout the country. Gross exaggeration. The U.S. Census Bureau is admitting that it, quote, artificially inflated the reported number of same-sex couples in the United States by a whopping 40%. According to Cybernet News Service, the Bureau released revised numbers to correct what they are calling, quote, data capture errors caused by the confusing layout of the new 2010 forms. And the percentage of same-sex household in America equals a little over 0.5% of all the households in the country. After accounting for the errors, the number of same-sex couples in the United States went from 901,997 to the accurate number 646,464. The Census Bureau said the flaws in the forms were not discovered until it was too late to make any changes. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Narrowing freedom. 18 Catholic colleges from all across the United States are appealing to the Obama administration to exempt religious institutions from the contraception mandate required by his health care plan. A division of the Cardinal Newman Society called the Center for the Advancement of Catholic Higher Education organized the effort, endorsed by the USCCB's chairman of the Committee for Catholic Education, Auxiliary Bishop Thomas Curry of Los Angeles. The letter sent to the White House argues, quote, no federal rule has defined being religious as narrowly and discriminatorily as the mandate appears to do, and no regulation has ever so directly proposed to violate plain statutory and constitutional religious freedoms, end quote. You can read the full letter as well as see a list of the colleges part of the appeal on our resource page by clicking the link right over here. Without his blessing, the impulse to say bless you to someone could seriously cut into your grade, and it is for some high school students in Maryland. The Baltimore Sun says Steve Kukovich, a health teacher at Will C. Wood High School, is taking 25 points off the grade of any student that uses these words in his classroom, punishing what he calls a disruption of class with the support of the school principal. Kukovic claims his punishment of the students has nothing to do with religion, while parents are calling his behavior an outrage. It is unknown at this time what action parents will be taking against such bigotry, but we will be following this story, and we will keep you updated. Sweet freedom. Well, it took 9 years, but a long-awaited verdict coming from appellate court is confirming the freedom of young students to publicly express and spread Christianity. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals has determined that Jonathan Morgan was indeed within his rights when he passed out candy cane pens with a religious message at his class winter party almost a decade ago. The ruling also clarified that a little girl who was threatened for handing out tickets to a religious play and an entire class of children who were forbidden from writing Merry Christmas in cards sent to troops overseas also suffered discrimination. However, the plaintiff's attorneys are further pursuing the case as the judge is currently not punishing the principals who fostered the discrimination. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael talks about Pope Benedict and the Nazis. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.